Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
All right, guys, welcome back. It's me, Daniel, with vintagemagic.com. And if you can't tell, my voice is all messed up. Been under the weather, a little bit of a flu bug going on. So I'm going to try to be as clear as possible. All right, so today's video for Finance Friday is about this Arena Club company that Derek Jeter, the New York Yankee great, and entrepreneurial investor Brian Lee, who has started things with Kim Kardashian, also Jennifer Alba, did the Honest Tea Company, the Honest Company. He's a serial investor with these celebrities. And this Arena Club is quite interesting, but also very much of the same. And I want to make this video because it's kind of like this topic where it's starting to really bug me, and I haven't really even talked about it for a while. It's about these damn grading companies. All these companies, Golden, Beckett, another PCG or CSG and FGIG or ISA, or just so many damn grading companies. I mean, seriously, anybody have a count of how many grading companies there are now? Obviously, PSA, BGS, and SGC are the ones that have been around for a while. CSG, which is the grading company for sports cards for CGC, is also predominant and well known. But these other ones are ridiculous. There's even like a forensics grading company. It's gotten to a point where I just don't know how to keep track of any of them. And I want to give you my take on this new Arena Club one, where basically it's an all-inclusive grading company slash PWCC vault thing, a vault system slash marketplace slash you can borrow off your cards for money. I mean, sound familiar? Yeah, everybody's done it. PWCC's done it. Golden's done it. Beckett's done it. Everybody's doing it. Might as well all join and do it. Little fun fact for you also, by the way. In 2019, I was at the Swedish, the NOOBCON, and before the pandemic. And Steve Menendian and I and Brian Weissman in Sweden were talking about this vault idea. Why not do something for Magic the Gathering and do a vault? Well, why do it at all now? Everybody's doing it. Why even do it? And the reality is it's getting saturated to a point where I don't know which one to choose from. I don't know which one to do it with. Obviously, as you guys know, I've invested my vault type of allocation to eBay, which I think is probably still the best vault system. Main reason why is they're Fortune 500 company. They have the best platform. I mean, there's too many of them out there. All right, so let's talk about this Arena Club. Let's break out a couple things. All right, so first off, grading companies, every grading company out there is very, very, very much the same. They all say they are reliable, fast, good prices, good value, accurate grading, great transparency, whatever. What makes a grading company the best? Well, here's the sad point. I'm going to say it right now. The grading companies really that are the best, these smaller companies especially, that may be really good potential and good for customers, may never even happen. May never ever develop and grow and to become something where customers can really appreciate it, because they'll probably fail before it even happens. Reason why is because you need to have people submitting cards on a high clip for it to be profitable, because it's overhead. There's marketing, there's shows, as you know, going to the national, whatever. There's operating costs, employees, whatever. All these things are a part of grading companies. And if you don't have the infrastructure and the capital behind you, it's going to fail. Now, Arena Club has Derek Jeter, Brian him, and these other investors, right? Capital groups that are investing in it. And I feel like, obviously, with the name brand of Derek Jeter, you're going to find that there's going to be kind of this immediate, like, oh, this is legit. This is the way to go. This is the new thing. But I want to like buyer beware, or public service announcement. When you submit cards to a company like the Arena Club or any new grading company, you as a customer submitting it are taking a risk. I'm talking about from a vendor standpoint and also as a collector investor standpoint. The reason why is because your collectible can be maximized with another brand. You heard me. You're right. PSA and Beckett are truly the leaders of the grading world. When you submit with them, while there are issues with turnaround times, issues with cards being damaged, stuff like that, right? All in all, the return value, ROI values for these grading companies still are superior. The auction sales proven that they are superior. And even SGC, for example, they had that $12.6 million Mickey Mantle card, that 1952 Topps 9.5 Mickey Mantle card, sold by Heritage. SGC is a player. It's been around for a while. So you already have three big brands, and then you have CSG, which is entering the market, which does the comic books, CGC and all that stuff for the Magic and Pokemon cards. But they're still developing their brand. But they're funded by BlackRock, which, Blackstone or BlackRock, one of those companies, Blackstone. And they have money and credibility backing with them. So you have to have money backing. So Arena Club has something going for it. It has backing by large players in the industry. Now, let's talk about grading. I haven't really seen their slabs. I see that they have a QR code. They have a kind of a breakdown system. That's nice, right? The holder looks nice. But other companies have done the same crap, right? Exactly. It's gotten kind of annoying because as a collector and investor and a dealer, right, you can only deal with so much of this stuff. The question is, from a resale value and a trust value and a consumer value, which brands are going to hold value the most? And these new companies have a long way to go because trust is developed through time. And time doesn't just happen instantly. And just because you're Derek Jeter doesn't mean you know Jack Rabbit about grading or vault systems or marketplaces. eBay has a better marketplace than any of these companies combined. Seriously. They have the most money, the most knowledge, the most infrastructure, the best customer service setup. They obviously publicly traded. It is a mega giant. So I feel like every company is trying to do a little bit of everything. It's a little bit too much like this .com boom where you had, everybody, let's do a .com. If you have a .com, you're going to make a lot of money. Oh, let's just all be a .com. Oh, let's all do, no, so sports car world or Magic or whatever. Let's do a vault system. Oh, let's finance based on the amount of capital we have to our people who are vaulting the cards. Oh, let's do a grading company. All this shit has already been happening for so long. And it's gone to a point where I have to say something because honestly, I feel like it's almost like a subject that in the Magic world, no one really talks about because of the fact that mostly it's sports cards. Magic collectibles are kind of like hidden away in people's binders. We still play with the cards in their decks, etc. But I feel like it's something you should know about. I feel like people in the Magic world, Pokemon world, whatever, Yu-Gi-Oh, should know about. You should know that this is a concern and be aware that don't just put your cards in grading camp companies that are random. All right, so I've kind of addressed these points. Now, I want to be clear. I am not saying that this company that Derek Jeter has formed, is not going to be successful. I have no doubt it's probably going to get some success, and people are going to submit cards and do some vault system because of just the sheer amount of money and reach that they have. My concern is that people don't understand that ultimately this whole thing is going to get very saturated, and you're going to have a lot of choices. And before you just go and submit cards to someone, understand it's all about, in the end game, the value of your collection. It has nothing to do with if it's ISA graded or arena graded or whatever grade, PSA, BGS. It's about which cards are going to give you the best value based on what grading company. And in the end of it all, PSA and Beckett and SGC have proven themselves the most. CGC, obviously, for the Magic and the Pokemon, has done very well. Now, I'm not saying these other emerging companies are not going to grow, but most are going to fail. And it's also another thing is buyers come to me all the time, or sellers and stuff, say, hey, I have this card from another grading company. And I feel like those third-party, new grading companies, they're valuable just like PSA. So let's say the card's $10,000 with PSA. I want this other grading company, and it's a 10, and I want the same $10,000 from what PSA sells for. No flipping way. Zero chance this happening. Now, you do have value on the card intrinsically because it is a card, let's say. Say it's an Alpha Black Lotus. Yes, if you have an Alpha Black Lotus from a third-party company that is not well known, its value will just be the Alpha Black Lotus. But if it is graded by a company of credibility, of just more long-term trust and value, then you will see more of a premium. It also is a warning to all of you guys that I kind of feel like in sports cards, collectibles, that there's a lot of people out there because they don't know the information and they're going to be riding on trains, all these little FOMO trains, that they're going to feel like their collectibles are worth a lot more than they are. And I want to be aware of you guys that it comes with the consumer. If the buyers buy into the collectibles that the sellers are grading to these new companies, and you buy into those, let's say this new ISA company, start buying, there's other investors that have started with that, or this arena club, whatever. And these buyers buy into it and show consistent growth and stability and proven premiums for these collectibles, then that will show organic growth. But just to say that your cards are graded, that does not mean, I want to be very clear, that does not mean your cards are worth what a PSA or Beckett or top premium level ones. It's almost like I should start ranking this like Civilization. I swear to God. It's Civilization, right? Or any video game. You have tier 1 or S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier to F. And I'm starting to realize that I might have to do a video on what are the best grading companies and what are these F tier grading companies. I mean, it's almost worthy of it. There's so damn many of them. Now, last point. A lot of these companies are meant for people that are entry-level, high-volume type of cards. So these are the people that the mom and pops card shows, you'll notice, they don't want to wait for PSA turnaround times, Beckett turnaround times, and the costs. So they go and have a more quicker, authenticated transactional value, which I see that there's, that's what happened was with the pandemic. There's a backlog, and now we have seen other emerging grading companies. Before, there wasn't like this at all. Before, there was nothing like this. Now you have kind of a need for quick transactions. You need authentication. You need quicker, right? Speed and scale. So I think there's a place for that. And I think one of those or a few of those lower level companies will exist and maintain. But I don't think that in the end, PSA or Beckett is going to be taken over. I don't think Arena Club, right, is going to take over these. And Arena Club, by the way, accepts PSA, SGC, other grading companies' submissions for their vault system. So the vault system is something where it's obvious you submit it into a vault. You then can have it stored for a fee or no fee, and then when it's sold or taken out of the vault, there's a fee, and it becomes like a marketplace transaction. And so eBay has obviously developed this. They don't have a grading company, but other companies obviously have this now, Golden, Beckett, whatever. And there's this obvious way to monetize throughout the process of your collecting experience and investing experience. And this is something that I think has revolutionized the industry as a whole. It's it's something that me and Steve Menendian, Brian, I remember talking about this. This is going to be a thing, but we didn't have the capital nor the interest to create this system for Magic. And voila, PWCC blew up, got bigger. Everybody got bigger. Everybody did this process. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think these other grading companies are going to fail? Do you think this vault system as a whole is a stupid idea? Now, obviously, in Magic space, I want to play with the cards. I don't want to just freaking have them in a freaking vault. But we're talking about the graded cards for now. So ungraded cards, I'm pretty sure in the future there will be a vault ungraded card system in the future, of course. But let's stick with graded cards for now. What do you guys think? I want to hear about it, your thoughts. I hope this video was informative. It's a little confusing to me at first because I kept reading and watching these videos, but I realized all of this is a fugazi. It's all the same crap. It's all make-believe. Why are we doing this? For one reason: money. That's it. Happy Finance Friday. Have a good weekend. See ya.
Hey everyone, it's Daniel Chang with VintageMagic.com. In this video, I want to run through our consultation service on VintageMagic.com. So what's really exciting to me about the consultation process is meeting you. I've met so many incredible people in the Magic the Gathering industry all over the world, and this consultation process is the key part to a successful working relationship. Getting hold of me is very simple. You could call or email me. We'll talk more about your needs. From all that information I gather in our call, typically about an hour long, I'm going to determine the best solution for you. So because we have such a suite of services that we offer, I'm going to sit down with a follow-up call, and then we're going to go off and determine what the best path is. I have experience in handling conversations in regards to large collections of artwork, sets of cards, either if it's graded or ungraded, raw cards. I also have dealt with collections with lots of misprints and oddities. Altered cards, sketch cards, and artist proofs are also one of my specialties. My experience in Magic Gathering has gone to any level of collecting you may have. I look forward to working with you.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.